out how to set up my Yeti mic to at least do the best it can. Realize now that it has to point straight up based on the way it's designed, and I was pointing it like diagonally at my face because I don't know anything
Yeah,
about
you
how
gotta
mics
talk into
work.
the front of it.
And I set it up so this is as good as it's gonna get.
Sounds good.
Okay, here we go. In a desperate bid to save your allies, you agreed to feed the voracious and powerful spirit of this region what it wanted to eat most: a dragon. The spirit led you to the dragon's lair and even returned Luminous to you as a gesture of good faith, although it kept the others trapped deep underground as insurance that you would keep your word. And you found the dragon and discovered it to be far more ancient and intelligent than you anticipated. It sought to transform all finite beings into music for its glorious hoard of musical notes. However, against all odds, Killen was able to challenge its philosophy until the dragon was convinced that it needed a minor note to complete its great song, the great and terrible minor note of its own death. You slayed the dragon, and in a magical orchestral explosion of power, you experienced the song for yourself. And now no music will ever please you again. You left the dragon's lair and fulfilled your deal with the spirit of the land, but only gave it one part of the dragon in exchange for most of your allies. It kept Carlos, claiming it would return him after you fed it the rest. You gave it the remainder of the dragon, but without the magical power within the dragon's corpse, it provided no flavor. And this enraged the spirit of the land. The ground began to quake and split until moments later, the spirit shrieked in agony and perished in pain. By use of Otago's telepathy crystal, Father Raoul was able to contact Carlos and discovered that Carlos had found the heart of the spirit's power and destroyed it. While your allies feel relief that this ordeal is over, the three of you are conflicted. The most beautiful and warm place you have found on this island perished with the dragon, and it now seems that perhaps all of that was for nothing. Everyone here is tired and sore. Some are still recovering from the effects of the paralytic sludge beneath the earth, and it seems that you finally have a moment to rest and collect your thoughts, although not all of your recent traveling companions are here with you. Somewhere further behind you in the jungle, Lucius Otho, Ivy, and Sorsinius remain to fight off the vine creatures before some of you escaped for this most recent task alongside Father Raoul. Of course, your original reason for coming into the jungle was to do the bidding of the Witchblades and track down the Knock-Knock's lair. However, you've since learned that Taranis has found a way to remove the grinning sickness from those infected, so perhaps the Witchblades don't have such a hold on you over you anymore. Of course, there are other complications to be concerned about. Luminous recently learned that Sorsinius will kill him if his lineage is revealed. And furthermore, both he and Killen are infected with grinning sickness, and Taranis is not around. For now, you'll both have to rely on the antidote sacks that the Witchblades provided. And speaking of that, Luminous, you lean against a tree and take a moment to breathe as you examine the grotesque deer-like face on your shield, its human-like teeth grinning at you. You know that within an extra-dimensional magical space inside the shield, where the dragon's corpse was stored, you know that that's where the dragon's corpse was stored recently. You recall the sound of its squelching as the body was pulled into the maw by these intro-like tendrils, and the corners of your lips begin to rise. You feel the glee, the humor wash over you as goosebumps cover your skin. It's really a funny sound, isn't it? The tearing of flesh, the wet crunch of bones against meat. Make a spirit roll.
I got a 4.
Okay. You begin to shake. Your arms begin shaking as you sort of try to blink away these thoughts. But a little chuckle comes up. What do you want to do?
I mean, do I have access to anything like the little temporary fix right now?
Who among you was carrying that?
I
I
don't
know.
know.
It was
We can-
one of either Luminous or Killen.
Okay, sure. We'll say that you were carrying it. So you have the little wooden chest that have the little egg sack looking things in it.
And it's
This
only
your-
one, and it's one. It's only one I need right now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I would probably open that up and probably just take one of those and try to avoid any more thoughts about
Okay.
it. Probably check also on Killian to see if he's having these issues.
so you grab one of these. As you reach in and you grab one, you find a good one, but you realize there's sort of a stench inside of here, and you see some of the other ones. There were a lot more in here before, but a lot of them seem to have gone bad
Oh, that's
somehow.
not good.
And you have 3 in the box right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you take the one, and you it has these little barbs on it. You throw it at the ground, and the barbs come out. Having had this experience before, it was kind of painful. So you just let it hit you in the shins. Essentially, these little barbs get you, and then it starts to. You get clarity, and as you look over, Killen is he's got his war scythe, and he's just sort of looking at it, and he's running his fingers over the edge of it, and he's clearly lost in thought. But you see that he's starting to grin a bit as well.
Can I throw it at his feet for it to like impale him?
Okay, sure. You do one of the other ones, and he shivers out of that, and just thank you. And you have one of these egg sacs left.
Yeah, that's not great. I'm gonna be honest.
But for now, you know that usually you have at least several more hours. In fact, it's been quite a while since you've had any of the. It's been much more than several hours since the last time you had these urges. So hopefully these will last for a bit.
Yeah, I informed the others that we only have one left.
Perhaps we can get the Witchblades to create more.
I like that idea.
What would you like to do?
I mean, I'm not sure what else there is to do right now.
So you've got all those people right there. You're sort of in a period where everybody's kind of resting at the moment, but you can choose how you communicate with anyone.
All right, so
And if you can see Owlbear, these are the people among you.
yeah,
So before everything went down and Luminous and the others were taken, we were headed to where?
To the Knock Knock lair with the Witchblades, so that they could create more of this antidote by essentially making enslavement camps to produce it from the Knock Knocks.
Now, where are all the Witchblades? I only see.
So you
2 of them.
left. So your companions, while you were in the sludge, Father Raoul and Killen and Osint escaped to go on this to kill the dragon for the land spirit. But while that was happening, Sorcinius, Ivy, and the Hand, Lucius Otho, remain to fight these sort of vine creatures that.
No, where's the Hand? I don't see him.
So they're not here with you. They were still way back in the jungle, so nobody really knows what's going on with them. You know that if Sorcinius had died, supposedly you'd somehow, you suspect maybe you would know or feel it if you truly suddenly felt that, oh, okay, suddenly fate is on your side.
Yeah,
but
does not feel that way right now.
But do you want to talk to anyone in this encampment while you're here?
I mean, I look to Osin and Killian and say we probably need to get back with the Hand and the rest of the Witchblades so we can try to make more of these since we're running so low.
As you say that, Gom, hears you. And he comes over, and you've seen him do this before. In order to talk, he kind of lifts his hand up, and these spores just sort of float in the air around him. And you've seen him communicate with people, be able to sort of telepathically communicate with people only when they're within the spores that he can make. And so he seems to be inviting you to talk.
Hey man, how's it going?
As you step into the spores, you hear his voice sort of echo in your mind as he's using these to sort of create this hallucinatory audio effect, as this is his means of communicating. And he says,
"You have said you want to find our people, the Hand and Ivy, to make more of these. But it is not them that can make it, and it is not us. That is our sorceress. She is with our cottage.
Yeah,
You're going to have to hang on as long as you can, or help us get to the Knock-Knock Lair as soon as possible."
Yeah, Gollum, that's what I was meaning, was getting together so we could go to the Knock-Knocks as one and be strong and actually be able to kill them so we can get back to your sorceress so she can make more.
Yes, but I fear that without the Hand with us, we will be in great peril.
I agree.
The Hand knows where we're headed. I know
This
that
is
we
true.
left him behind, but the mission has not changed. Perhaps we'll run into them on the way, or they may already be closer than we are, since we got sidetracked.
Yes, this is possible.
I say we
This seems to
forge
be
on
the
ahead.
most tactical. Yes, but these people, all of us, myself included, need a bit more time to recover. Maybe an hour.
I got you. I use my staff and cut the time in half.
all right. So you put your staff in the ground, and everybody takes a little time to rest. You can rest sort of just by lightly not doing any heavy, burdensome activity, but if you want to take this opportunity to interact or talk with anyone here, this is a time that you could do so.
I mean, I don't need to say anything else to anyone, I don't think.
I continue speaking with Gom and just say, what is our strategy going into the Knock-Knock Lair? I understand that we need to preserve them in some way rather than slay them all at once.
You have seen for yourself that some of them continue to live when their bodies have been removed. If we collect the heads, they remain living. But we have what we need. It seems that there is something inside the brain that is useful for the sorceress.
Very well.
It is a matter of tactics and strategy. Formations, perhaps. There might be many. There likely will be very many. The Hand is very powerful. Perhaps some of the others, you are clearly capable as well. We may have what we need. But I would not bet our lives on everyone surviving.
Is there anything we could do to improve our chances?
when you are given a command by the hand, listen and trust. He has led many armies to victories.
Thimen goes over here and examines across the bridge this sort of, there's a sort of a vine wall that covers the area that you guys came from. But as everyone sort of has taken a little time, and I'm assuming has spoken at least a bit, he talks a little bit to Killen, and you hear him say, "Well, I've got to say, I'm curious about what exactly this place, whatever it was. Obviously, this creature that you managed to take down was powerful, magical. But why here? And you said there was a door that never opened."
Is he speaking directly to Killen?
He's just sort of speaking out loud.
Oh. I kind of walk over and... We didn't quite get as far as the door. The creature met us outside. We have no idea what lies beyond. We assumed that it was its lair.
But I think while we're resting, makes sense to me to move a bit inward and not so out in the wilderness out here.
Perhaps while we were there, you can examine this door. There's quite a bit of magic surrounding it.
We should go in a group, I think, all of us. So as everyone else in your group seems to agree and are curious anyway about what this is, all of you kind of have a trepidatious feeling about going back. You can't quite explain what it is, but there is a severe unease about seeing this place again, knowing that it will not be what it was. As the rest of this group kind of goes here, you guys, as you're walking forward, I need you to both, before you go any further than that, make spirit checks.
How important is the spirit check?
I guess we'll see.
Yeah,
Because I just rolled a 1.
You, Luminous, you step just a few steps onto this bridge, and you cannot bring yourself to keep going. And I saw a 4, and likewise, I meant to have Father Raoul out here. You see Father Raoul legitimately just have a shiver at the thought of going forward, and you had a 4, I think, Osint, and likewise you get a little further, and then it just it's almost like you feel that feeling before you start crying. You're not crying, but you feel pressure, like throat to your eyes kind of thing. So they all...
Osen is definitely regretting even suggesting going with them, because he doesn't want to see this the way it is now, remembering how it was.
Killian's fine. He's no soul.
Killen gets about here, and he just kind of freezes, and then doesn't quite go all the way. And as you guys are here on the bridge, the area starts to look a little bit hazy.
Which
around
area? The
you.
area behind us, or like immediately around us?
The area all around you.
So we can. It's hazy inside the circle as well.
Yeah, briefly hazy until you sort of see that there is almost this spectral, wispy, foggy substance in this circular area all around you. And it looks purplish with almost what looks like green stripes intermixed with it.
I don't like it.
And you hear
You know, I've been very entertained by nearly everything you've been doing out here. But I've got to say, to see you waste all of that power, that, I am afraid, is a bit too far for even my liking.
and you see this sort of it's not quite an undulating shape like you saw last time, but this in the fog all around, as if the fog is sort of more substantive in some parts than others. There's this sort of very large but graceful figure that looks almost just like a shadow, sort of purpley in shadow with some of its own stripes on it. And every once in a while, as it's passing through these spaces beyond or maybe within the fog, you get the glimpse of two very large green eyes and then this flash of a very wide smile.
Is this a voice that we recognize?
You've never heard this voice before. But
Luminous.
I will... go ahead.
Luminous's instinct is it's the grinning panther.
And as you think that, over at the end of the bridge,
Aha!
this thing comes up out of the smoke, almost like it came out of the edge. Silently comes over here.
I don't like it.
I see you've played with some of my toys. And it was a real treat to be able to watch. But how dare you get in the way of what was my next plaything? How dare you waste it?
Its body shifts into mist, and just its smile, sort of this grimace, turns into a smile, and it remains behind, and then that disappears in the mist as well. And it says,
So, why don't we play another little game, shall we? You annoying little pawns.
You're the pawn. I don't know why Luminous said that, but that's what he's thinking. Got him.
Oh, what a comeback. Wow. Did your mother teach you that one? Oh, wait. I remember you don't have one. Not one that you know where he is at all, at least.
Luminous is going to roll for some emotional damage. He got a 3. He's just sad.
so it says,
Let me introduce you to some friends. Some, oh, they certainly wouldn't call me friends, but at least they keep a smile on their faces.
and oh no, my token's left. Hold on.
Oh no. We did it, guys. We beat him.
You did it. All right, 1 second. I was wondering if this didn't save last time, And I guess it didn't, but that is okay. There we go. Okay. I just have to, these are invisible to you at the moment, but let me put these, I mean just the tokens, but let me put these out there. And for my purposes, and then I'll grab them. Okay. So out of the edges of the fog behind you, these almost goblin-sized little creatures that look kind of like goblins, but they're also very feline with sinister smiles and wringing their hands and sort of shaking nervously with just awful grins. These little things sort of start popping out of the fog behind you. All right, they are back this way. Can you see them?
Yes.
Great.
No, because I'm looking the wrong way. I don't like it. I don't like it. What are these things?
And
They looks like a creepy cat.
It's like a cat crossed with a monkey.
and one more thing I'm gonna put in here for you. I want to give you a much clearer image of the grinning panther.
Where are you showing us this?
So I'm gonna show this to you in the reference sheet.
Is it going to be on the bottom
Yeah, it'll be near the bottom. Once I grab it here.
next to Mr. Music?
One sec. There we go. Let me grab this and yes, next to Mr. Music. There we go.
I'm digging the color.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't like the smile that much. I will be honest.
There's something really unnerving about human teeth on
Animals.
Human teeth on the top and then panther teeth on the bottom.
All right.
It's nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. 9. There we go. All
I don't
right.
like our chances. I'm going to be honest.
So
We got it.
these things pop there, and they sort of they're grinning, and you hear these little chortles of from every one of them, and he says, and the grinning panther says, "Now that you've fulfilled, I'll be honest with you, you've actually done some things that were quite aligned with what I dearly appreciate, because so many of my machinations came to fruition because of your assistance. And I have to tell you, the way that you have disrupted so many of the little covens and groups that you've run into, you've bothered the right people, I loved it. But this was too much, and you are too messy, and you will not get in the way of my plans anymore. So, have at it, my little cacklers." And so, you guys go ahead and tell me who's going first.
I guess I'll go first since I'm the closest.
All right.
I'm going to be honest. In the new system, I don't understand how attacking works.
Okay, no worries. It's going to be basically the same as before, but if I look at your thing, you have simple attacks, which are just,
Yeah.
easy as before. If you have a special attack, like your Feybane attack, for instance,
That's what I was going to use.
it works the same way. It says one action up at the top thing.
Yeah.
So technically, you do this twice in a turn. It is melee or ranged, and it describes what happens if the attack hits.
Yeah.
Basically, if you roll a 6, this is what happens.
Yeah, gotcha. Are we allowed to move at all?
Yeah, so you have, if you look up at your speed up here, your total
6.
speed is 8.
So I can move 8 spaces
So you
without
can
a
move 8
penalty.
spaces. Correct.
8. And I'm going to attack this one with my Fey Bane attack, the one that's directly south of me.
All right.
And big money. I
You're
rolled
shooting it with
I
your
got-
bow.
Yeah, with the Fey Bane attack, I got a 4.
Okay. It immediately and it dies.
All right, I guess I'll attack the next one with the exact same attack.
All
That
right.
was right next to it. Big money. I got a 3.
It dies. All right. And then that should be exhausting your turn. So Osint.
I move here. I'm going to do my ranged attack with my quills.
All right.
Ooh, 1 and another 6. I'm just
Alright.
targeting the one directly in front of me.
Awesome. So one of these misses, the other one goes right through its skull, and it's out of there. And are you in the air, by the way?
No, not yet.
Okay. So I'll have you center on a square, if you would.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna assume because of his speed, he's fine with this. He runs straight up over here, and
feel like you'd use volley.
that is, yeah, potentially. But
I feel like he
I'm
would
gonna
probably
start with
stayed
this.
like next to Osin and used volley.
Yeah, but now I'm him. So
That's
he
fair. That's
Has
fair.
no choice.
he goes over here,
Dude, his
makes an attack, immediately does this. This one goes flying into the border here, smashes against the border as if it's a solid thing, and it is splattered there.
Which
And,
one was it?
The one that just disappeared.
I didn't see it. Sorry, I was looking at the other
And
screen.
then he shoots at another one nearby.
Inconsequential. He's not there anymore.
All right.
Get in
Father
here,
Raoul.
come get in here, father.
Father Raoul comes over. He uses his essentially it looks like a beam of light that shoots right out of him, out of his hand. Gets that one. Shoots another one. No issue. Then it is the cackler's turn. The first one, 1, 2, 3, 4, runs over to Osint, jumps up, sort of with its claws out, jumps at you. And what is your armor number, defense
3.
number? Okay, so you take 1 damage, and it is essentially jockeying on your back.
Okay.
Okay, the other one does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does the same thing, leaps at you. You take 1 damage, and this one is jockeying on you.
Okay.
Okay. So, did you want to use any reaction of any sort that you have?
So when I hit,
Mhm.
when I'm hit, rather,
Mhm.
I can move 2 spaces.
Okay. Yeah.
After that
Oh,
second
yeah.
one, after that second one gets on me, I just
Mhm.
want to like shoot like a few feet in the air very quickly.
Okay. So did you want to do that after like the first one jumped on you?
No, after the second one.
Okay, got it. So, how many spaces does it say you can move?
It says 2 spaces.
All right, so I'll say that's 10 feet in the air. Okay. There you go. All right, these things just are holding on to you and like digging in and trying to claw at you, and looks like they're preparing to bite and claw and thrash. So then, at the end of their turns, you hear,
So you got rid of most of them. for this first little part. But don't forget, I created something that's in you.
And I need you, Luminous, to make a spirit roll.
I got a 3.
Okay. So,
Can I re-roll that?
Try to
Yes.
re-roll that.
Absolutely. I got a 6.
Okay. So you feel this sort of like, you see like this flash of green eyes right there in front of you, in your vision, that sort of like green yellow spectrum that flashes, and you resist it and do not have any issues there. Whereas your ally is going to re-roll. Okay, so Killen immediately turns towards Father Raoul and shoots an arrow at him. So Father Raoul takes 1 damage. I think I forgot about this, but let me see real quick. That should be 7. Okay. Let me set this little tracker up. Come on, dude. And make it so that you guys can see it, and this will be a little easier for you.
Where is this going to be?
I'm going to make a, if I can remember how to make this visible, on Father Raoul. He should in a moment have a I don't remember how I did this before. There we go. And then just do this and make it visible. Maybe. Sorry, there's a technical issue here. I'm not sure why. So I have this thing that should display his health on like a bar, but they updated the thing that does that. So they updated like the program that does that, or the not the program, the little addition that does that. So I'm not sure why, because I had this figured out before. I'm not sure why it's not doing it now. But it might be. No. Oh well. He's down by 1 hit point though. I'll keep you abreast of what's going on with him. Okay. I'll just type it out. All right. Do it the old-fashioned way, like we were doing for a while. And I'll figure this out for next time. Okay. And I'm going to add to you because it'll be good for everybody to know. You're at 5 of 7, is that right?
Yeah.
Hosen? Okay. Which means that it should be 7 of 7 over here and 7 of 7 over here. All right, sorry for the delay there. But that is what the Grinning Panther forces your ally to do. And Then, at the very end of the turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Another wave of these things comes out. All right. Now it's your guys' turn again.
I mean, I guess I'll just attack the one directly below me.
All right.
I got a 5.
It dies.
I'll attack the next one to the right of that one.
Alrighty. Are you
I got
doing
enough.
the Fey?
Yeah.
Fey Bane?
Yeah. Yeah, I got another 5.
All right. Very good. And what about you, Osint?
I'm going to reach for my scythe that's on my back.
Okay.
Fair.
And as I bring it around, I want to try to kind of cut the one that's on my left.
Okay.
5.
Nice.
And that's 1 life point up.
All right. Very nice. You are restored by your attack. All right.
And then the other one, how is it positioned on me?
So this one's sort of at your side. We'll say it's on like your right side, hanging on, trying to dig in.
All right, well, with the positioning being a little awkward, I'm going to just try to grab it and literally just throw it to the ground.
All right. Yeah, so go ahead.
Ooh, that is a 1.
All right. You attempt to grab it and get it out of there, but it does not take hold as you the position proves too awkward. Father Raoul shoots a... I'm sorry, now I'll say that Killen shakes his head back to his senses for a moment, looks up at you, shoots toward the one that's on you.
Oh no.
Hold on, let me see what he has here.
Oh no.
It's okay, I can take an arrow. I'm good.
Let's see.
So it's gonna be an arrow to the face is the problem.
Yeah, I hope not.
I think you need to have a roll for to
Want me to
avoid.
roll to dodge when I see it coming at me?
Yeah, sure. I'll keep that as the no. So what I'll do here, so we that won't be necessary. What that does mean,
Maybe waste a 6.
is nothing here. He misses, but he uses a second one. As one goes by your face, he says, "Sorry."
Scratches my nose a little bit.
and then takes
Gives
the
me a
other
new
one out,
piercing.
and he runs this way. And Father Raoul, I'm gonna move his thing here.
Rotoroll feels like the kind of guy who is very mad that he got shot by Killian and just starts attacking him.
I think that would be a Carlos thing.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Let's see.
I think I got their personalities mixed up with me.
He, okay. I'm just reading something that Carlos had. That Raul has. Okay.
Did you guys see them? What Harris just texted us?
No, what did he say?
He said I thought he was going to be able to get away for a few minutes ago. Then I had to deal with kids again.
Yeah.
I was going to text
Happens.
him back and say Killian's dead now, so don't worry.
Don't worry, you're not needed.
So bring a new character sheet while you're at it.
Yeah, I was like, hey, prep this while you're over there, man.
All right. So Father Raoul does some kind of prayer gestures, and then all of a sudden this sort of piercing light surrounds him, and he uses both of his actions to do that. which means that all of you guys have done. I'm going to remind you of something you might not have seen yet, Luminous. Read how your improved Fire Blast works.
Your attack roll may target up to 2 targets. A hit to target takes 1 damage and gains a burning condition. So I can hit 2 people at once now.
Yes,
That's
that's an
dope.
improved feature.
So
okay. So
how does this-
just keeping that in mind. So this would be a good opportunity for you guys to test out whatever you want to test out out of what you have.
Would this be how's it? I was gonna read this text. How's this sound? In the words of Luminous, and in quotes, Killian took an L from the Grinning Panther, and you need a new character.
I think that would make him upset.
That's the plan.
Yep. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I forgot this is actually like that. Okay. So these things. Yeah, if you want to move, it's technically still your
What
guys'
is this
turn.
he's casting?
So this is, you see this sort of warm light. You can feel it.
I want to get in the
Radiating
light.
here. It says this is his improved radiant aura. An aura of light fills your space, extends 3 spaces in each direction, and follows you. It lasts until you end it, or you have 0 life points. You and your allies within the aura gain these benefits. You can see any hidden or invisible character within 10 spaces due to the aura's piercing light. And when you receive any number of life points, you gain 1 more. So what that means, I'm going to do the extended 10 space thing so we can see what that is. And we'll do it like this. So you can see anything invisible within 10 spaces or hidden. I actually forgot that he could do that, and that's very useful for this.
For sure.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go.
That thing is massive.
Yeah.
So within the blue space, anything that's invisible will not be visible. I mean, anything that is invisible will be visible.
Scratch that, reverse it.
Yeah. All right. So it is their turn, though.
Bring it
This
on.
first thing runs over and does 2 damage to Killen, and jockey's on him. The other one attempts to.
Use a horse.
Yeah, he just gets right on his back. Attempts to, and does not succeed. Let's see, is anybody within 3 spaces of it? 1, 2, 3. So, Luminous, you and Killen get this benefit. Look at your recovery feature on the right of your thing.
Recovery.
Recovery is under your free features.
Oh, give me a skill point, and I'm gonna go back to 5 spirit.
All right. And Killen is going to go ahead and recover 1 of his life points.
I do love that
All right.
feature.
Oops. There we go.
It still says 6.
All right.
Thought he had 6 already, and
And then that one missed. Did that. This guy can't quite reach you.
this is when I wish I could fly.
So it looks up at you, it cackles, and then with like almost this sonic focused cackling sound, it waits actually until this one is right there next to it and adjacent to it. And I need you, as they both do this together, to roll a mind roll, Osint.
6, baby.
Okay.
Oh,
You feel both of these sort of like laser beams of laughter going right toward you and trying to creep into your mind and do something, and your mind just a steel wall in your head just cuts this off. All right. So, Grinning Panther then says, "Ha!
Well, it seems like you've got more mental fortitude than I would have afforded you. We'll see how long that lasts.
And then Luminous, make a spirit roll.
I got a 5.
Okay. And Killen will make a spirit roll as well. And he
Nice.
succeeds.
He doesn't have to attack one of us again.
Annoying.
And now it is your turns. Actually, hold on. There's a little more to be done.
Well, what if we invite another group of friends?
Should bring
We're
him
good.
back. Are you bringing back the hounds? Nope, the deer.
The
Oh,
der.
that's terrifying.
Oh, those are
Alright.
new, huh?
So you see something familiar out of the shadow, this wall of fog. You see the deer creatures that you've played a game with, who claim to have played some sort of other game with other dead people. And
Poor guys. Must have lost the game.
and they this very broad smiles on their faces. So now it is your turn.
I am gonna try my improved fire blast to attack.
I
the ones
forgot
on-
that Killen was actually gonna get an extra life point back because he's within the. When he got a life point earlier, he's
Oh,
within
yeah.
the aura. Okay, what are you doing, Luminous?
I'm gonna try my improved fire blast and shoot the one that's on Killian and the other one that's behind him.
Okay, yeah. So there's two under him essentially, but yeah, you can shoot both that way.
I got a 2.
All right. So in that case, does not work for this one, but you could try that again because that was one
Sure,
action.
why not? I got a 4.
He was aiming for the
Alright.
ones on Killian, but that's
Oh,
okay.
yes. Sorry,
Either way.
I was hearing the wrong person. But there we go. Yeah, you get those two, and Killen says, "Thanks. Now, now, Ozen just has to shoot something off of you, and we'll complete the circle." And all right, so you do that. Do you want to move at all?
No, I'm good where I'm at.
All right. Killen, I'm going to take a quick look at what he has here.
I feel like he could just like shoot a bow and try to pierce it through both their heads since they're in a row.
It's actually my
He-
turn next, but
Yeah, oh yeah, go ahead.
so
There's
I'm
no
gonna.
technical term order, but yes,
Oh,
I'll
that's
give it
true.
preference to the players that are here.
So I'm gonna kind of drop in a way. I'm actually just gonna like move, but like in a circle
Mhm.
downward, and I'm gonna swing my tail
Mm.
Ooh,
at
okay.
both of these.
Yeah.
So I'll just roll twice in succession. So miss.
Oh,
no. 2 ones in a row?
You try to do this, and they just.
So I
you.
kinda
It looks
swing past
awesome as
them.
you're going, and then they just duck. And they're-
I should have swung the other way and into the circle. But no, I made my bed. I'm gonna lie in it.
Yeah, so you go past and no.
That's what you get for going counterclockwise instead of clockwise.
Right. That was it.
That's the only
Killing.
reason it was 2 1s.
Killen looks back at the deer over there and says, "Not today." And he
Not today.
he shoots.
Leroy.
He uses a simple attack. This is an important distinction at this guy over here.
Oof.
Fails miserably. Does it again. Fails miserably.
What is happening?
What is happening? Hold on. Let me see if what would.
I
Do
think
you
it's.
have- What did you
I-
do
Okay.
to the odds?
I can.
I don't
cannot-
know what just
I
happened.
cannot stand the owlbear, which is why I'm not using it. 'cause
I'm
I
not going to
literally-
use that anymore. I'm going to use
I
these
guess I'm not
physical
gonna
dice.
use it anymore.
I get the ones are too high on it.
I just rolled a physical dice and got a 1. I'm not even joking.
It's maybe you're cursed. Maybe this was the Grinning Panthers plan.
Got a 5, so I'm going strong still.
All right, so he misses with that. So that was useless. And then Father Raoul, let me just make sure. He's going to try to take his thing as a support seriously. And actually, he's going to use Shadow Bane attack against the deer. So he shoots out this light again. And,
Pew pew.
And he gets a 6. So not
Yeah.
only... So a hit target takes 1 damage or 2 damage if it has the Shadow Ancestry feature. So it takes 2 damage. On a major hit, the target gains the injured condition. So this thing is down by 2.
How much
and
more
is
health do these things have?
Injured.
Do they have 3 health, 4 health, 5 health? The world may
Think
never
so.
know.
And then he does it again.
A 1, a 2.
I don't know why I used that. Oh well.
There's a
I
3
forgot.
hit.
No, it does not.
Dude, you have to hit a 4, roll a 4 or higher to hit these things.
All right.
Oh, sheesh.
All right. 1 second.
So with my Fire Blast, I got a question.
Yes.
Would I be able to hit both deer at the same time?
If they're within range, yeah. So technically, I never wrote down a range, but we're just gonna assume yes for this because it looks close enough.
So
All right.
basically, I'm like,
Oh,
magic fire,
I think
go.
it's 30 feet to 60 feet. So 30 or 30 spaces, I'm pretty sure. So I think you're good.
So basically, how it works is I shoot forward and it just splits off and tries to hit them both.
Oh yeah. Or you shoot it like a flare in the air and then it goes.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
It
or
comes
out of
from the
both
top
hands.
of your head.
I mean, yeah, that would be hilarious. Actually, it shoots out of your firing head. Yeah. I'm assuming is your fire blue? When you
It's
shoot?
like a whirlwind, like from Avatar: Last Airbender,
Yeah.
when the dragons are showing them what true fire is. They're like, it's like
Yeah.
and it just like explodes.
I always liked when like characters in that show would kick and it would like come out of their feet. That was such a cool.
I feel like I should have that ability
Y'all
as
are
well.
gonna make me want to watch that show again for the 7th time in a
Dude, listen,
couple years.
when I was back in Arkansas, I found out that they had the live action with the orchestra with the show, like the Avatar orchestra performance was here in
That would be
Knoxville.
cool.
It was here on the 27th.
Great, I did not know that.
Yeah, I found out the
Now I'm
26th,
really
and I was
bummed.
out of town.
Oh no.
Yeah,
So it's the
it was at the Tennessee Theater.
creature's turns, and first you are 10 feet up in the air. This thing traipses over and says, "Time to play," and it raises up on its hind legs, and its entrails out of its rib cage that open up shoot out at you.
Mm-hmm.
And here I'll do it here for
Yeah, roll on Owlbear, do it.
all right. So that is a miss as they just try to grab you. They don't, and they immediately like go back into it.
Cool,
And it
so I
tries-
can move 3 feet.
Yes, you can. You can move 3 spaces, I think.
Boom. Or yeah, 3 spaces, my bad.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move away a little bit.
All right. It moves a little closer as it tries this again, but I'm going to say that it was this 2 because the first one was. And so it does not succeed at what I tried to do. These things, again, sonically try to cackle toward you, and I need you to roll a mind roll.
Me?
That is Osen.
6.
Okay.
Nice.
My physical dice.
Very well. This one over here is now rolling with disadvantage because it's injured as it tries to wrap you, Luminous. What is going on? Okay, for its second attempt, it
Can I
take one. What are you doing?
I was gonna ask, like, on the gear feature details.
Mm-hmm. I forgot about your gear.
Yeah, me too. Like, since when have I had an improved wind aura that makes me fly?
So that is from look at your cloud orb details real quick.
Oh,
So the cloud orb, read it carefully, and then
Yeah, I read it very carefully because I read it and was like, "Is this a spoiler?"
and But you can use the gear features, like if you just want to know what any of your gear does, you can go over to the equipped gear list way over on the side, or the features granted by gear list.
A servitude to a titan. Well, that sounds awful. But I can.
But you also have, like, look at your primordial gauntlet and how it works now because of these updates.
Oh, I got all kinds of walls now.
Yeah, you've got quite a few things here that
Yeah.
you
So
can take a look at.
So to get any of the improved abilities, I have to bound my soul to it.
Only on those specific ones that are in the cloud orb. All this other stuff, like your primordial gauntlet, you
Yeah.
you have that stuff, you have this, and if you want to see what it is, can you see the area that I'm in right now over on the left? Features granted by gear.
Yes.
If I put improved,
Radiant aura.
I'm sorry, if I put flame wall, for instance, because that's one that you're
Nothing
thing.
popped up. Oh, there it goes.
over here, it'll pop up.
So I need to figure out what, because like, what's the Deathbane aura? The Deathbane attack.
It's mostly for,
Radiant
like,
aura.
it helps you to kill undead things, which none of these things really are.
Gotcha.
But the radiant aura is what Father Raoul is doing right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, what is the actions to
And you also
magically
have
link?
You also have charging strike with your dark stag shield.
So I have a question.
Yes,
So
yes.
like, it says you can use 2 actions to magically link the orb to an object that it is touching.
Mhm.
So could I still get the abilities if I have it connected to something else? Like theoretically, could I get one of my earth elemental minions and then link it to that, get the abilities from it, but then like send my minion to go serve a titan and it's after it dies?
Oh, so
Wouldn't-
the magical link is
Yeah.
is a different thing. That's like being able to levitate things. So it's not the same as binding your soul to it. Like, to
Oh.
use the orb at all,
I mean,
you have to do. It says to use the orb, your soul must be bound to it. So anything that you're doing with the orb that uses any of its features or description or effects, you have to do
Okay.
that first.
because like the illusion thing is cool, the high winds is cool, and the other, but I'm like, at the same time, do I really want to let my my soul be committed to a servitude of a titan in my afterlife?
Yeah, you got a new world to run. You can't have that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm busy.
I'm busy.
I got stuff to do today.
Okay, well, I guess I'm not probably going to be using those.
Yeah, you can think about it between turns too if you need to.
Probably not. I don't know. They're cool though. They're cool abilities. Anyway, sorry. Just
Yeah, no
give me my damage. I just had questions about it.
All right, so I forgot what happened here. Yeah, you take 1 damage and you are grappled, and that's all that happens so far.
What is a charging strike? Charging.
Type it in that thing and see.
That's what I am doing.
If you move at least 3 spaces immediately before making a melee attack that
Mm.
hits, you can spend this body point,
Gotcha.
and the target will take 1 extra damage. All right. So you are grappled in these entrails here. And then, yes, these fellas did their thing already. They did their attempt. Then the panther, again, says,
Oh, you seem a little occupied. I'll focus on your friend.
and he succeeds. So that was a defense roll from your companion. So he succeeds in
Oh.
resisting.
Thank goodness.
All right.
Does this roll?
That was
Kill him.
I can't think because I've been awake since 5.
Fair.
That was Harris's character.
Okay.
So then he says,
But I think we can invite more to this party, can't we?
I just say no.
no thanks. All right.
Well, the firewall is the coolest of all the walls.
Yeah, it
Protects your
doesn't let
data
any
in your
it doesn't
network.
let anything get past your for your data. Yeah. Um okay, so it is your guys' turn. Whomever wants to go first.
All right, I'm rolling twice for these guys.
All right.
4.
Are you trying the same thing?
No, I'm just doing a ranged attack.
Oh, okay.
So quill attacks on these guys. So 4 was the first one. 2 was the second one.
All right. So you hit the first, the other one nimbly dodges out of the way. Okay. And if you want, I'll just say to let you truly experience all of what your characters will be able to do. Don't be too concerned right now about losing a bunch of skill points and trying abilities out.
I need to try some stuff actually.
All right. Father Raoul will use his let's see, improved divine healing, and he will go ahead and I don't think he has to be that you can see within 10 spaces. Yeah. You feel your wounds from the claws heal as Father Raoul heals you, Osint.
Nice.
And then he also does the same for you, Luminous, and you heal.
Am I still grappled?
You were healed from your injuries. And then I'll go ahead and I'll have you go last here, Luminous. I'm gonna try to think about what Harris would likely do in this situation.
Volley.
I think that's probably what it's going to be. So,
I mean, I feel like the first thing his go-to is he immediately, as soon as we start fighting, like, I'm going to volley.
Yeah, let me see how this works. Choose a space that you can see within 10 spaces of you. Every character in that space and its adjacent spaces are a target for this attack. It's just there's not actually a lot of functional use for it without like a huge group of them. So I'll remember that for the next thing. So he's not volleying yet, but he will. Oh. Okay. Yeah. He'll go ahead and he'll make a simple attack against this guy. Does not hit. He does hit him this time, and but he's not going to do that yet. Okay, yeah. So he does a little bit more damage to this guy. All right. And Father Raoul has done his things, and then Luminous, you are grappled. But what do you want to try to do? You still have use of all of your hands and everything, but you are still wrapped up in these entrails.
So I'm gonna shoot a fire blast and try to hit the injured deer, and then one of the two little cat, mouse, dog, monkey things.
All right.
With my fire blast. So.
All right.
I got a 4.
Okay, that hits both of them.
And that, yeah, and they both gain the burning condition, or at least the deer will.
Well, that one bursts into flames, and the deer does as well. As it.
So am I still grappled now that he's gone?
No, these entrails sort of just tumble to the ground around you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I am gonna shoot another fire blast and try to hit the other, whatever these things are called, to the right of us, and the deer right behind it, and try to hit both of them at once.
Try that.
I got a 5.
Okay, you kill the cackler and you cause the burning condition to this guy as you do that. All right, so now this smiling deer is on fire, but no less smiley than it was. All right. So these things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one runs over to you, fails to adequately attack you. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one fails to adequately attack Killen. I don't know why I can't remember his name tonight. But this one does manage to do some damage and jumps on him. And Osint, this thing, at the beginning of its turn, takes a damage for 1. And then...
Is that from the burning?
That's from the burning.
Huge for the program.
And then fails to 2, 3, to wrap you up. It's not within the recovery zone for you guys to benefit from that, but it tries it again. Okay. These tendrils wrap you. As you're there, and you can feel it as you're straining in the air against this. Because this is the first turn, you're still in flight here, but when your turn comes around at the end of it, you're at risk of falling.
Okay.
All right. These ones. Gonna get about here, and then they're going to target Father Raoul and cackle at him. He's gonna use a spirit point to try to reroll that. Okay, let me take away his spirit point.
Do I take a damage from the tendrils?
Yes, you do. Thank you for reminding me. And then he actually used a spirit point to create this aura earlier. I forgot about that. His eyes go sort of vacant for a moment, and he drops his aura.
Ooh.
And then he comes back to himself as he was temporarily possessed. Okay. Then that was...
Did he fail a roll for that to come down?
Yes. Yeah.
I want to use my reaction and spend a mind point for plan mastery.
Ooh.
Let him re-roll that.
Huge.
Oh.
Very nice. So he, with you, just sort of
he does have to
interacting with him.
use one of his skill points to re-roll that. Just so you know.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, how does it read?
Whenever an ally that you can see within 10 spaces fails a skill roll, you may immediately let them re-roll it. You may do so even if they have already used one of the... Oh,
Perfect.
my bad. No, yeah, you're good. Okay. Only affect a roll once with this feature. Okay.
Yeah, he tried to use a skill roll to do it, failed, but that should work fine. Okay. So because of you already having somewhat of a connection with them and somewhat of a morale boost effect on each other at this point, he was able to withhold and keep his mind straight. Okay.
Is it our turn?
So, almost. The Panther says, "This is getting fun to watch again, but I really do have places I need to get going." And as he does that, just for free, this doesn't cost any points, each of you can roll a mind roll.
I got a 4.
Luminous,
I got one.
you kind of see up near the top of this sort of dome all around you, this kind of sickly, putrid, orange-yellow spectral eye that sort of just appears around, and it has sort of like a, not quite a cat-like slit, but maybe more like a snake-like slit that's a little broad, and it's sort of looking around. It's maybe the size of like your cloud orb, sort of like a basketball maybe, and
Okay.
and it just sort of spectrally appears, and it looks like it's looking at everything in here, and then it disappears again. You notice that for just a brief moment as you're dealing with what you're dealing with here. And the grinning panther, seeming to not be aware of that, just goes ahead and tries to affect both of you. So Luminous, make a spirit roll.
I got a 6.
Very
On
good.
fire today.
Yeah. And he's gonna try to re-roll that. There we go. So Killen also now is completely out of spirit points.
Ooh.
All right. So it is your turns.
I'll use a fire blast to shoot the one that's right next to me and the one that's on Killian.
All right.
Killen. Cool.
Quillen.
Oof, that's a 1.
William.
That's not great.
All right.
By chances,
It's your next
Killian.
action.
Does Killian get a response from me getting a 1 so close to him?
No, we're good.
That's unfortunate. Well, I'm going to try the exact same thing.
Okay.
I got a 5.
All right. All right. And Father Raoul goes ahead and does a normal amount of healing to Killen, but because he's in the aura, he gets all of his points back.
What is that aura called? Healing aura?
Yeah. Or Radiant Aura. Radiant Aura for this one. And he also uses this other action to heal himself in this case. Okay. And we'll do Osen and then Killen.
I would like to, while grappled, look the deer directly in the eye and smile. And then I'm going to shadow teleport.
Ooh. Okay.
So right here. Out of his grapple.
Yeah, the grapple is gone.
And then I'm gonna wait for a couple seconds to see his reaction. And that's 2 spirit points.
As it reacts, like that happens, the entrails fall down to the ground. And without its body turning, its head turns all the way back around to look at you.
I'm invisible, so it can't do that.
Okay, never mind. You are invisible. I forgot about that. Its head turns like in a swivel, looking around, and it turns all the way around it. And you hear like crunching inside.
And then for my second action, I want to do a toxic strike on it.
Nice. Okay, you're gonna have advantage on this, basically.
Oh, thank goodness. What is with these freaking dice?
I know.
Surely
You
I'm
can
not going
use
to
your
get a
physical
third
one if you want.
Surely I'm not going to get a third one in a row, right?
Surely not. There we go. So yeah, you immediately, this thing goes into it, and the toxin does not affect it, but it is a crit essentially. So all right. So it crumbles to the ground. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. Nice move. All right, I think that is all of you guys. So these things attack Killen. That's useless. If anybody is with Luminous, you can
Dang it.
you can get a spirit point. I think your companions are also going to do that.
I'm already at max. Can I get 6?
You can get any other point.
Can
that
I
you want
overload?
Um, let's see what I want.
can't
I want.
overload.
I'm gonna go with 1 XP point.
Do I get rollover
Yeah.
points?
You don't
Yeah,
get rollover. But yeah, you can get an XP point if you don't have any other options. That's why it's there.
Yeah, I mean that's all I can do.
Yeah.
That I would make logical sense.
Yep. Absolutely. Okay, there we go. They got
Congrats
that.
on killing the deer, by the way. I was texting someone back.
Thank you.
Oh,
Oh, you can
Give
do
me
it
more.
again.
give me another XP point. Dude, get flexed on with my 2 extra XP points over you,
This
Jackson.
is actually working really well for Father Raoul and Killen. There we go. And then let's see if it.
I had to show off.
If this
so
is a
now I'm
one,
not
I'm
getting
not
this
doing
stuff.
this.
Oh,
All right. And then once more, we'll say, Luminous, make a spirit roll.
I'm gonna re-roll that
Nice.
because I got a 1. I got a 4. Is that enough?
No, not for this one.
All right, we're gonna roll another spirit. We got a 5. Is that enough?
There you go. All right.
Fine. You have all this fodder to cut through, I see now. Well, I have plenty more fodder, but I have a lot more. Have you ever heard of a bandersnatch?
And out of this side,
What is this side? Oh, what the?
the
I don't
sort
like
of
that thing. I don't like that.
sort of snake-like thing that has tentacle-like appendages in various places and fur and claws at the ends of each of these tentacles, starts snapping its jaws out of this, and it crawls up in the most errant and bizarre way, crawls up here, shrieks, and looks down at everyone, and simultaneously two of the deer and several more of the cacklers. All right. It's your turn. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna go ahead and charging strike this dude.
Okay.
So if I move 3 spaces before melee attack, target takes 1 extra damage if it actually succeeds.
Very nice.
6.
All right, and I think it tests a body point, so you're
It does
aware.
take a
I
body point.
believe.
Yep.
Very good. So technically, that's 3 altogether. So.
And it doesn't say anything about like knocking it back, but it seems like it should.
I think that was the old version, is because I have other features that were a little different, and based on it being a reaction, I'm basically already giving you the extra damage. That is a pretty good action economy thing, and I think it only took a reaction, right? So you still have a whole other action to use.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, reactions. You have an unlimited amount of reactions. It's just that reactions take up skill points.
Right. Okay.
That's the new rule.
I like that. So in that case, I'm gonna go ahead and do I'm just gonna swing with my scythe then.
Okay.
Another 6.
All right.
I promise I'm
you
not cheating.
immediately just you immediately just cut through this thing. Scythe. It's out. Are you still up in the air?
No, I had to come
That's
down
right.
because
That's right,
I teleported that guy.
Yeah,
But I do want to move. So I went 1, 2, 3, and I have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was trying to get back in the circle, but I'm gonna go ahead and move closer while I can.
Right. Very good. All right, and what do the rest of you guys do?
Um,
The first thing Father Raoul does is move. Right here.
Oh yeah.
I think the first thing I'm gonna do is what happened with the
Bring this
light
to the
one.
front. There we go.
I think I'm gonna shoot a
fire blast, one at the deer and one at the little minion thing.
Okay.
The bottom of the two left ones.
All right.
I got a 5.
Okay. So 1 burning. And this one's gone.
And then I want to use my Feybane attack and attack the giant creature.
Okay.
And
What is a Feybane attack?
a hit takes 1 damage or 2 damage if it has the Fey and Stressory feature. And I got a 5 on that one as well.
All right. You do 2 damage to this thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. And I'm going to put Killen. Killen leaps up here to get the elevation advantage. He's not taller than the creature, but he's taller than some of the other things out here. And he uses improved elevated shot. Way over here at this guy. And this is, let me see how improved elevated shot works. That's a reaction. So he's by default doing 2 damage. Improved elevated shot. If you're at least 15 higher than the target takes 2 additional damage. So this completely kills this deer. So he does 4 damage by doing a crit with the elevated shot. And then Father Raoul just moved, but then he sort of just reaches out, grabs this thing by the face. A pulse of light comes out of his hand, doesn't do anything at first, and then he puts his other hand on it, and the thing bursts into dust.
Let's go, Raoul.
All right. Then it is the turn of the creatures. So this goes after Raoul, as does this one.
Oof.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So all of you can get 2 of use recovery twice.
Let's go.
If you're near him.
What do I need? You give me them spirit points back.
It's always a good idea. Let's see, Raoul. There you are. Yeah, Raoul's all the way up to his spirit points again, and spirit is like his main resource. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Luminous, this thing cackles toward you. And I need you to make a spirit roll with edge. Or with favor. That's what we call it now. With favor.
I'm going to use a spirit point.
Okay.
You
You rolled it
rolled
with
2
favor,
ones.
right?
I rolled it twice and I got a 2 and a 1. Does a 4 do anything?
Yeah, you don't have any effect from this. These 2 over here cackle toward you, Osint, and
Okay.
you need to make a spirit roll.
4.
Yeah, spirit roll is fine for this. Okay. I meant to say mind roll, but either way.
Was it supposed to be a
I'll
mind roll for
remember
me
the
too?
four. It was supposed to be, but either way.
You want
it's
me to
4,
switch
so
it
you're
back?
good.
I can switch it over.
No, we're good for now. I'll just remember mine for the future. If you wanna to take a mind's point instead of your spirit point, that's fine.
I mean, I will because I feel like more recently I've been using my spirit points.
Yeah. All right.
What can I even use a mind point? Oh, teleportation. That's the big one.
And then
And my temporal shift.
the Bandersnatch from right here.
Good zoom tight.
Osint.
Hurry.
Okay.
All the way from over here. Its neck snaps out all the way over the top of Raoul, right toward you, Osint. And
Oh my
Yep.
gosh. That's a hit.
It does 2 damage to you and reels you back.
Sick. Okay.
I got you.
And-
Next move.
And with its second attack, it starts to thrash at you with its claws. And you take 2 more damage.
Yeesh, I don't know if I can help with that.
All right. Unless you had anything you were going to try to do here. I know you have Bulwark. I didn't know if you wanted to use it.
Yeah. Oh, snap. That's 2 body points. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use it for that second attack to save 1 of my life points.
All right. Let's see how it works real quick. Was yours the improved version or no?
Yeah, mine's improved, so
Maybe you take
damage,
damage,
reduce
maybe reduce
damage
damage.
by 1.
For every 2 body points you spend. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll just take away 1 of those then. So you'll be down to 4. Okay. Then you hear. I love seeing it every time. And now you can make a spirit roll, Luminous. This one is a spirit roll.
I got a 4.
All right. Do you want to re-roll it?
Yeah, I guess so. All right, big money. Does a 5 do it?
Yes. And your ally. And by the way, one of the rules we forgot it for one of these, but one of the new things is you can re-roll a spirit roll with a spirit point once.
Okay.
And your allies, Killen is going to attempt to do that now
Ooh.
and fail. So he will quickly make an attack against Luminous. And Luminous, you take damage, and then he will use elevated shots to make that 2 damage.
Oh, that hurts. All right.
All right. And then I gotta take away his. Oh well, yeah. He doesn't actually have to use any extra stuff for that. Cool. And then he immediately. Sorry.
We're gonna have fighting words after this.
Okay. I think that was all of these guys. So, yeah, it is all of your turns. Why don't we start with whoever? Yeah, you guys decide what order you go in.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, what I could do.
And if you want, like, Father Raoul to go first or anything, like, we can do that too.
So I'm
Right.
thinking I just cave both of my things and just use transmute size and attack the giant thing that's got
Okay.
and see if I can make it tiny or
Okay.
small so that he
So-
can attack it.
Read transmute size.
Choose a target within 5 spaces. You roll a mind challenge against the target, who defends with a spirit roll. If you win, the target size becomes either tiny, small, average, or large, your choice, and it gains the appropriate size features for its new size. The effect
Okay.
lasts for 1 hour until you use the one action to end the effect.
It's
Perfect.
so OP, dude. If it
All right.
succeeds.
So you roll a mind against it, and it's defending with spirit.
I
Are you
remember
ready?
when we used this against that giant robot. It
I
was
know.
so funny.
It's great. it's gonna re-roll its point. All right,
Oh,
you make your mind roll.
Can I re-roll mine now?
Yeah, you have one re-roll.
Oh gosh, okay. I got okay. I got to get a.
Oh, Market's thing over
Was
here.
it mind or body?
Come on.
You
Kyle.
use mind.
Okay. I got a 4.
No.
Oh no, you attempt to, but it doesn't quite stick.
It was
And
a good thought.
I believe that took 2 of your actions, right?
Yeah, I'm done.
It was a good attempt.
I felt like
Okay.
it was our best chance there.
Am I technically grappled by this thing?
Yes, you are.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and with my whatever free movement I do have, swing my scythe
Well,
toward it.
Yeah. So movement.
Well, I mean,
You don't have any
that's
like
not what I
space
mean.
movement, but
Yeah.
your action. Yeah.
Yeah. The movement of my body.
Gotcha.
Freedom.
All right.
because I still have my scythe in my hand from the last attack.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna swing it toward its head, kind of in an
Okay.
arcing motion. However, whatever angle I can get for it. 5.
Okay. You do damage, and I think, does that heal you at all? Is that
It does
vampiric
heal me
strike?
by 1. Yep.
There, very good. All right. And was that one action?
That was 1 action.
Okay, cool.
And I'm gonna say that when I did that, the pointy end just kind of stuck, and I'm just gonna drag
Ooh.
down
Okay.
as the second
Yeah.
attack. And I'm gonna roll a physical dice because I don't trust this. 6.
Nice.
That's another.
Does it give you any special benefit on a 6? On a
It
major
used
hit?
to.
What does it say?
It
Okay.
used to, but it does not
Yeah.
anymore.
Okay, just making sure. 5. Very
But
good.
it gives me life back, and that's all I care about.
There we go. So you're at 6, right?
Yep.
Excellent. You drag down, and it shrieks at this and continues to sort of like, it's already got you pretty tight in its jaws, but shrieks through this with its clenched jaws around you. All right, and then we'll do Father Raoul. Let me see something he has here, if I remember right. Okay. Oh, I have to remember that. Okay. Okay.
Oh.
So I just learned that I apparently have the ability to turn 2 body points into 1 life point,
Yeah, look at your
Yeah.
ancestry features.
or I
Yeah,
can
I-
convert 1 life point into 2 body points.
I won't
That's
do
pretty
this
cool.
since I've already taken a turn, and so has Kyle. But for that thing that he tried to do for transmute size,
Mhm.
could I have in that moment used plan mastery to let him re-roll again?
Let's look at plan mastery real quick, because that would be
Because
pretty
it's a
cool.
skill point.
So plan mastery, whenever an ally you can see. Yeah, we can retroactively
I mean, that's up
say
to you,
that
but
this could be. Yeah, why not? That would be fun. All right, so that means that Kyle, if Osint spends 1 mind point, you can try one more time to roll that mind roll and shrink this thing. We'll
So is
just
that
say
for
it was-
me, or is it for him where he doesn't get that
he
5?
uses a mind point to use it, and then you, as a
And
result,
technically,
get
as
to,
it's-
to re-roll your roll.
and
No, I'm
technically
saying,
it's
could
still
you-
my
could you-
turn, so it's just a reaction. I already used my 2 actions, and then we can say that I just yelled, "Hey, try again."
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So I
So
have to
you-
roll.
you have
do I have
one
to?
roll.
So I have to roll a 6.
You just have to. Yeah, it's
Match?
against the. It's against the 5.
Yeah, so I have to roll a 6. I can't roll a 5 and tie it.
Correct.
So you have to roll a 6. Might not be
It's
worth it, but I
1
thought
in
it'd be
6
good.
chance.
Part of the die.
And you don't. Oh, sorry. You don't have to. How is you? Yeah, I'm sorry, Kyle. You don't have to spend a mind point to do this. You just roll.
Yeah, just me.
Yep. So you're just getting 1 extra re-roll basically without spending a mind point.
I got a 4 again.
All right.
That's okay.
No
I
worries.
was
Oh,
gonna
It
try.
was
I
good.
know.
Good try.
It still hurt. It still hurts that I rolled 3 4s on it. That's what I was
always
wondering.
next
Like,
turn.
I was wondering if, like, with his ability, could he have made it force the creature to have re-rolled, like in the moment, instead of getting the 5, like he was forced to re-roll.
Not with that ability.
Okay.
Maybe might be a good thing for improved plan mastery.
Well, the plan mastery suggests that you guys have talked over a plan ahead of time, and not necessarily
true.
that it affects others, right? But let's see. What am I?
Well, that's
looking
how
here?
it was
Looking at-
originally written.
Yes.
But this new one
yeah.
is more of a reaction than a.
Yeah, as
anything.
I've made some abilities better, and some abilities have been split into multiple kinds of abilities that do things to give a better coverage of different kinds. I'm just reading how this volley thing works. Yeah, not good for this, but all right. So your ally over here is shooting some peeps.
Get them
And
peeps.
it's one, misses the other. And then Raoul moves. Oh, you no longer have to worry about, like, unless somebody has a very specific ability, you can move out of melee range with things, with rules as they're written right now, without them, like, attacking you immediately. So Father Raoul, I'll put that back later in here, but 1, 2, 3. 4. It's right up to the edge of this thing to get you inside the aura, and heals you a little more, and then just attacks this thing. Does not do anything significant.
Just
Okay.
kicks it.
So he's sort of down at the hill, under the hill here at the edge, and he just sort of like shoots up with a beam of light, but to no avail. Over in the far end, between the monsters taking their turns, way over here, Thimen yells out things that you can't quite hear, but as Killen looks over, he sees Thimen way over here at the edge of the fog, barely being able to be seen, and he's doing something, and he's moving his hands around, and it looks like he's trying to do some sort of magical effects as his hands glow, as he's trying to do something to this dome from the outside.
Yeah, I guess I assumed that there was some sort of suppression field, and because they would have heard some stuff going on, and nobody came to help us.
Yeah, it looks like he can't go through, but he's trying to.
Yeah, it's just like the thing got spluttered against the wall. They can't get into it.
True.
And as he's doing this, you then kind of hear the vague whisper of a voice, and then you hear Thimen's voice while you're in combat, saying, it sort of echoes through here. Trying to get you out, doing what I can. And then it's the creature's turn. So, this one, and this one, they run right over to Luminous. Nope. Nope. What is going on with these twos? And 1, 2, 3. These things begin to climb up here. They go after your companion.
Oh,
Nice.
so
And a 6. So the one
Get the
he's
life
gonna
point
he's
and then
gonna
lose the
heal
life
1
point.
and then lose 1. So it gets
And
6. So and then back to 4 now. Okay.
and it's the
Wait.
giant creature's
Yeah.
turn.
And then let me see. You guys killed the deer before they did anything. That was smart. All right.
Thank goodness.
So
We
this
have
thing.
experience with the deer.
You're like, absolutely not. No games.
Nope. No games.
today. We're not playing.
First thing it does is crunches down,
Ooh.
Oh,
and you were
ooh.
grappled. So this says
No.
so this is with favor. So it does 2 points of damage to you. So 5, and then it also will. Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna again do the same thing here. Okay.
Oof.
So
Oof.
you take 3 points of damage here, and you are injured.
Use your bulwark. Bulwark.
I
So while you're injured,
have 1 body
You,
point left.
you have penalty with all of these things.
That's tough.
How many life points did you say you're at?
He should be
2.
at 3. 2.
Should be at 2. Yeah.
Oof.
Did you want to use, or were you going to use bulwark?
I don't have enough body points to use bulwark.
Got it. All right. So that's what it does, and then Luminous spirit roll.
What is the consequence of injured?
Penalty on everything you're doing.
I'm gonna use a spirit skill point there.
Okay.
I got a 2.
All right. You look over at Killen and Raoul, and you shoot a fire blast. So I need you to just roll a die.
Come on. I'm rolling on here. I need the luck.
He's like, oh, I better roll low, so I'm gonna use.
Yes!
It's rigged today, dude.
Nice.
That thing hates me so much.
All right. So those things miss. You just do one attack for this. It's a reaction, and you, get back to your senses.
Since he was making an attack on our allies, it would in that moment make him an enemy, and he rolled a 1. Do I get a health point back?
You're not within 3 spaces of him.
Oh, right.
Yeah. You're
Well,
I mean,
because we were
technically
inside
the
this.
thing. Yeah, I'm sort of considering you in the center of the token that you're in for the creature, so it's not quite in the 3 space
Right.
mark. But it would have been a good thing.
That was a good
however-
effort.
It would have been a great thing.
So this happens, and Luminous, once again, you this time not out in the sky like you saw it before, but just in kind of the space near you in this wall right here. It's more like a fist-sized eye that sort of just like forces itself in fleshly form into the wall here and peeks around and then blinks out and is gone. Then you it's gonna be your guys' turn, which means that the Grinning Panther laughs again and says,
Looks like we're gonna at least get rid of one of you today.
and over here,
But let's not take any chances.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I'll go first. I'm gonna use a fire blast and try to attack the 2 next to me.
all right,
I got a 4.
okay. So these
Oh.
guys,
Now the question is do I attack the creature that's got Jackson, or do I try to attack the 2 things at the bottom? 2 of them.
Do I
I
get
think
a
what
vote?
I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do a fire blast and attack one of them, and also attack the creature with a
okay.
fire blast. I got a 6, so that would be 2 damage to both, plus they get burning condition.
All right. So one of those dies and 7 and burning. Okay. Very good. And Father Raoul, let me look at this very carefully real quick. Okay. Improved Divine Healing reads, you restore 2 life points to yourself or a character that you can see within 10 spaces of you. You may also spend 1 spirit point per each additional life point you wish to restore to the character. So Father Raoul is going to get his 2 free ones with this. Then he's going to cast it again to get the, well, which will get you 3 because you're in the space. So you get 3 immediately.
Okay.
So it's 5. And then he's just going to do it again.
All 3 on me.
So he's spending all of his actions on you. This doesn't cost him any spirit points, actually, because of the way that his aura is set up right now.
Nice.
So he does that, and let me just see if his none of you have the mortal ancestry feature, right? I don't think you do.
No.
That's more like
No.
it's basically a human bloodline type thing, which technically your human bloodline is not strong enough to get you this feature, but
Mine isn't.
yours isn't.
That's unfortunate. It was
but,
one person 30 generations
But it's
ago.
something I needed to look at here because he does have it. He has divine. Father Raoul has divine ancestry and mortal ancestry because of being an Illume. And because he's not a human, he's an Illume. And he, one of the benefits is while you are within 2 spaces of at least one ally, you roll your skill rolls with favor. So I'm going to remember that one. Okay. So you completely feel restored in this thing's maws where there was just dread before, but you get all your vitality back. And as you do so, it's a very sudden thought and feeling, but you realize that out of all the times when you spent times in the hells, just dreading and surviving and having all these terrible experiences, there is something warm and good and pure about this light, unlike any kind of sensation you felt before, as it is just suffusing you in a way that's somewhat uncomfortable because of what you're used to, but also supremely satisfying in some way. And
I have the power.
Your ally over here is going to go ahead and try to take care of these things. He kicks one off the cliff and he's not managed to do so with the other. Let me look at his he has that totem thing. You'll look at that later. But he's going to move. Assuming I don't close that. He's gonna get closer over here.
I guess I could have
If he
moved
can.
closer too.
And then that means that Raoul did the healing, you did that, you did that. You've all done this except Osint. Have you taken it?
I have not taken my turn yet.
Very good. What do you do?
I am going to... I'm going to take a toxic strike at this thing since I'm in his mouth.
Okay.
See if he's affected by poison. And I'm rolling with a physical dice. 4.
Okay.
It's a hit.
So a 4 hits. And wait, a 4. Hold on. I have to actually check my notes here. Okay, a 4 does not hit.
Okay. I will, I guess, try again. 5.
That hits.
Okay.
All right. So toxic strike first. That does 1 damage, and it's poisoned, right?
Yes.
All
And
right.
this thing is burning and it's poisoned.
Also, yeah, it was supposed to take another damage earlier from burning. Okay. And if I remember what the new version of poison does, let me just check on that.
Does it also take damage from that?
Yes, but at what time is the question. Let me look at this real quick.
Oh, the poison damage?
Mm-hmm.
That's not in the notes of toxic strike.
There we go. I see. Okay. Yeah, because of my time commitments and inaccessibility, I haven't been able to give you guys all the new little updates to the rule sets and whatnot, but hopefully at some point I'll be able to do that. Right now I'm just kind of remembering them for you.
I don't like how close all these things are to me.
Okay.
Don't like that.
So you do
I
that.
might die here.
Then that was your turn. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I think everybody took their turns. Well, that was 1 attack, and then you did the
That was
second
2
one.
attacks.
So that was it.
Yeah.
That's 2. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I don't like this. I need
don't
heart
think
of the
you're meant to
cards.
like it.
I'm about to.
Heart of
I
the
need the
card.
heart of the cards so badly right now.
You need to go
so
Super
3 of these
Saiyan
things.
right now.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
That's 1 hit. That's no hit.
Give me a health back
Ooh.
immediately.
All right. So I'll give you your health back. And then,
Give me another health.
all right, good, because you're about to lose one. And then this thing jumps on you. All right. And the orange thing was just to denote that you have the sickness, by the way.
Yeah.
Um,
I figured when I saw Killian and I were the only ones that had it.
So these things are just cackling as they're just rushing you at the moment. And
Is that
then-
4? Is that 4 right there or 3?
for what?
4 attacks or 3 attacks?
It's three of them attacked you. You only
What
got
about-
hit once. So
what about
over
the other
here-
4? Are not
they
close
just
enough?
weren't close enough, yeah.
Yes.
So over here, a few things happen. First, this thing continuing to do what it's doing and trying to eat Osint takes burning damage and poison damage simultaneously, and you feel the jaws loosen as
Thank
it
goodness.
tumbles down and slinks down to the ground and down into the water.
I really wanted to kill that thing and cut its head off.
How dare you?
All right. And then that
It's just. Ugh. I've been playing nice to have fun with everything, but this is unacceptable. Fine. You want to see whose metal we're going to test? I'll let you.
and the grinning panther appears across the bridge with a few additions.
What are the few additions? Oh, great. Oh, great.
And then 1 second here.
I need 2 strong rolls. 2 strong rolls.
All right, and then behind it as well. Okay. So, here we go, and it is your guys' turn, but you hear the voice again up at the top of the dome splitting out through it as Thimen speaks.
I figured out that this is some sort of fey magic, but it's something else too. It's chaos. It's unnatural and aberrant. But the chaos, we can use this. I can use this. It's unstable, it's volatile, but we could use this to our advantage.
And you, as you sort of see this space shift in your vision a little bit, like this sort of wave, you feel that Thimen, you see almost like the shadows of his hands as if they were over at the top of this, as if it's like a large globe, as he's like manipulating some sort of things over the power of this place. Because what he does as a Tamper Mage, after all, is he doesn't cease magic, he changes the way that magics work. And as you feel the nature of this bubble suffusing your very bodies, you both now have the opportunity, and this might cause a little bit of a pause, and that's fine. If there is any feature that you want to replace with any other feature, you can look at the list called feature database, which is over next to your things. Peruse that, and you can replace any feature with any feature. If you replace an improved feature, you replace it with an improved feature. The lookup tab also gives you like an alphabetical list. So I'll let you guys look through that for the beginning of your turn.
Where's the lookup tab?
It's right next to the feature database. There's a tab called lookup.
Oh, okay.
So at the top, there's like, it sort of gives you a distinction. These are blasts, these are beams, there's like special defenses, etc., etc. Shots are for ranged attacks, strikes are for melee attacks. So what I'm going to do, actually, to make this a little simpler, because this can be a little overwhelming, what I want you guys to choose from, just for this first little thing that you're doing, is you can either choose from blasts, beams, shots, strikes, or smites for the first part. So those are the first several categories in these things. And there are a lot. So if you have to just sort of trust that you're going to be able to make these kinds of decisions multiple times.
What does the curse condition do?
That I'll describe really quick. While cursed, the character is unable to initiate any actions that use one of the following skills as specified by the character that cursed them: body, mind, or spirit. The character also rolls with penalty when being forced to roll any dice using the specified skill. So you, as the cursor, when you cause the cursed condition, you choose body, mind, or spirit, and the cursed creature can't willingly use any action that requires one of those skills.
All right. I don't know which one to get rid of. You said one of our 9 features.
Yeah.
What am I least interested in using? I don't want to get rid.
If you're specifically replacing a class feature.
Where's the class feature?
So if you look in the top right corner of your little feature, it'll say class feature or ancestry feature, and that's just can't replace your ancestry feature at the moment, but most of these are class features that you have, Luminous.
Yeah, I was gonna replace bulwark.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use one of the beams. I'm just not sure which one yet. I feel like it needs to be one of the elements. I mean, do I go with frost? What does the frost blast do?
So it basically reduces the it slows something down,
Yeah.
so that it can move only half of its speed.
What does the daze condition do?
dazed means it can only use one action. Right now, the way we've been doing it, the little guys have only been able to use one action,
Yeah.
but the bigger guys have been able to do two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there any way I was wanting to look at the arcane beam, but
Mhm.
like the bottom part of it's like too long to not actually see it?
Yeah, I just fixed that, I think.
Okay.
I'm actually going to choose the improved radiant beam,
Okay.
and this is a result of me thinking I was going to die in that creature's mouth, and
Mhm.
Father Raoul healing me with this light.
Nice. A narrative reason. Yeah.
What'd you go with?
Improved radiant beam.
Okay.
Choose a point within 15 spaces that you can see. Every character along a 2-space wide straight path from you at that point is targeted for this feature.
Yes, it's good for like mobs.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It is expensive, but worth it.
It is
I think.
expensive.
Target
So
that
it's a little
loses
situational
the
because it's mostly
challenge takes
yeah.
2 damage and cannot see beyond 2 spaces of itself until the end of its next turn, which is pretty cool.
All right.
It's kind of
So
blinding.
to put that in, you just find the feature you want to replace, and at the edge where it says features, you type in improved radiant beam on top of that.
Yep, I got it.
Sweet. I'm gonna widen your little area here so you can see all of your features. There we go. And
You said it was blast, beams, strikes, and smites.
smites as well. Yeah.
No shots.
Yeah, and shots. All right.
Smite.
So I see you've both made your choice for this one.
I did not. I was just looking at that what that was because I was trying to see if I could see it. The other
Oh,
one.
I see.
I think I'm gonna go with the water beam.
Okay.
Wait, what's the prone condition do again? They just get prone and they have to use
they-
an action to get up.
Yes, and it's very slow moving when you're on the ground. And,
Yeah, I'm gonna just.
and you also penalty you if you're attacking a prone character
You get an advantage.
while you're in melee range,
Or,
then you have favor against them.
favor. That's right. That's what we call it now.
Yeah.
Is there? Okay. Yeah.
All right.
That's what I think I'm gonna go with water beam.
Very cool.
I wish I could get improved water beam. I mean, what would I have to get rid of? I'd have to get rid of teleportation or temporal shift. I don't even know if temporal shift's as good as it once was, because you only get one of the following options now.
For every 2 mind points that you spend. So if you spent 4 mind points, you could choose 2 of those options.
So that'd be all my mind points.
Yeah, and right now you only have 2, it looks like.
Yeah, hang on. Let me look it up. I mean, I really haven't used it much.
However, you and your allies getting 1 additional action
Yeah,
on your
that's true.
turn is a pretty huge action economy boost.
Yeah, it would be for everybody else because I wouldn't be able to get anything.
Yeah. Well, you and your allies may use 1 additional action, which means that you would
So,
technically
Get one.
to be true until the end of your next turn.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like it'd be 2. I use both my actions. If I did that, then would I get 1
Then
additional
you'd
action?
get 1. Yeah, then you'd have 1 additional action to use.
I think I'm gonna go with the water beam.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So
All right.
who's going first? You do, yeah. Since you guys chose beams, you do have the perfect situation right now to use one.
Yeah.
The
Jackson, I'll
problem
let you go first with whatever you want to do.
Mine, it's like the blinding aspect of it only lasts for 1 turn, so I kind of want to save it, but
Yeah.
I am going to go ahead and move here and take a swing at this guy.
All right.
5.
Very nice. You knock it off of Luminous's back.
Thanks,
And
fam.
then- no problem, bro.
I told you it would come full circle. That's what Killen
Killen
Oh,
just
it's
said.
Killer. Okay. It's like, who's saying that? I completed the circle. And then I'm going to go ahead and...
I think
That's
this is when
actually,
Lumin-
that's actually kind of beautiful. You all get one free use of a roll of favor for the rest of this battle.
I feel like Luminous' response would be like, "It's more of a triangle, but I get what you're saying."
I never learned my shapes.
Wait, what do we get for that?
You all, since I don't, morale doesn't exist anymore, but I'm gonna say something like it exists here. So you all, for the rest of this battle, at any point that you want to spend one favor, or just use a favor, you have one favor to spend on anything you need.
All right. And then my second, I'm just going to hit this guy.
All right.
5 again.
All right. Luminous, what do you do?
I'm trying to decide if I should just use a fire blast and kill 4 of these. There's only 2 right here. I feel like that's probably a smart thing to do. Because with the water beam, they have to defend it, but the other one they can't. Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 fire blast
All right.
and kill the 2 in front of me, and then the next 2 closest to me.
All right. What do you roll?
5 and a 3.
All right.
I'm glad those things have such low health, or this would be a nightmare.
They're 1 life point.
I know, it would be a nightmare.
All right. And then Father Raoul goes ahead and he...
Not looking forward to the Dart Stags, or the Grinning Panther, or the 12 things above the Grinning Panther.
He's going to attack one of the Dark Stags with the Shadowbane Blast, or Shadowbane attack, rather. Nope.
That's tough. That one's
All right. He does 2 damage to it because it is a shadow creature. All right. And... All right. And then he says, we should move this way. So he's encouraging you guys to move along with him. You should have this amount to do. 2 shots
You want to grab Killian?
toward... I will
Kill-
in a moment.
Killen.
He shoots.
Why do I keep calling him Killian? It's
He
Killen.
shoots over here. And then he makes another shot at the other deer.
As the deer pants for...
Actually, I don't think he could make another shot. I think that was accidentally 3, so that wouldn't
Yeah,
matter.
he already did too.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So he's over here. And you guys are together. And very good.
Killen hasn't
So,
made his actions yet, has he?
yeah, he just shot and killed one of the
Okay.
deer. Okay. There it comes.
What'd you say?
Here it comes. All right. So Luminous, first thing is this
Roll
deer
spirit.
tries to entangle you. So it just rolls. It manages to grapple you and do 1 damage. So
Yeah, I
you-
try to teleport. Is it? I guess I can't use that as an action. That sucks.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. And then
I wish that was a reaction.
as its second thing, now that it has you grapple, because that was the first. Okay. It counts the 6 in this one. So the way that this grapple works is it does... Yep. 4, 3, and... You are
I hate
reeled
this.
over.
I hate this so much.
All right, this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Osint. Six and a grapple. And it does not manage to pull you over.
So why did I lose? Did they roll a 6? Is that why I lost so much? I wasn't looking at the screen.
Yes, that's what happened.
I just figured that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's a nightmare.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Then killing. Okay, doesn't manage to do it. 1, 2, 3. No benefit for you guys. Tries it again. 3 and grapple. Okay. The creatures. One comes over to Osint. Okay.
Oof.
Osint, you take 2. This one comes over here.
Oof. I put you at 2. Goodness.
Okay.
Making me injured.
No, this one's not making you injured.
Okay.
In this game. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
I feel like they have to. I
Horde.
feel like they have to like form a row actually to get across the bridge.
Yeah, they do. But a cackling horde makes its way. There.
Cackling horde.
It's gonna be so sick
And
if we survive this. I'm gonna shoot a beam to kill 4 of them at once. Oh gosh. Okay.
So out of this mist, it walks into mist and then out of another space of mist. And then it will jump down. And
I might have been telling
First-
the truth, Harris.
it attacks Raoul.
Oh, we're so dead.
All right. So in this case, whoops, I didn't mean to put those there.
Ugh.
Okay. So Raoul takes 2 damage because it does 2 damage by default. And I need Raoul. Let me read how this thing goes. Okay. And I'll roll this for Raoul. All right. And then it does 1 more attack on Raoul. And
No.
This is not good.
3. Okay. Then Luminous. Yeah. So make your spirit roll, Luminous.
I got a 6.
Okay. And then we'll see how. Okay. Very good. 6 for
One of us is about to take an L.
him as well. All right. So now it is becoming your turn. Before you take your turn, you continue to feel your bodies just altering in some ways internally. So if you want to choose anything else, the thing I'm going to put as available this time is going to be over on section column BM, defense or special melee attacks or training over on the right.
Hmm. And this is replacing.
Mm-hmm. And I'll add formations over on the right of that as well, because there's only 3 of those.
Improved victory mindset's kind of pretty dope.
Yeah, that's a very useful one for social interactions and roleplay stuff.
Yeah. I don't know what to pick. Jackson, where are you leaning?
More the defense or
Yeah. Special melee attacks
yeah.
or training.
I don't think training's part of it, is it?
I thought you said
yeah,
training.
Yeah, you can do training as well.
Or formations, okay.
Or the formations.
'Cause I feel like improved martial training could also be huge.
Yes.
Improved.
It significantly increases your chances of actually hitting something.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna get rid of something. What thing? I kind of want to get rid of my teleportation at this point and just get that.
All right.
I think that's probably the strategy right now.
Do you have improved teleport or just
I
teleport?
do.
Okay, so yeah, you would get the one that doesn't cost you anything.
I know.
You
It's
do
just
that.
why I was leaning towards it.
I'm
What was it called again? Improved
Martial training.
martial training. Thank you. All right. I needed
leaning
that.
towards mob mentality.
All right.
What was mob mentality?
I don't know what to get rid of.
Whenever you make a melee attack against a target while one of your allies is adjacent to that target, you may roll the attack with favor.
I got a question for you. What is the difference between improved versus not?
The improved has melee or ranged.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
This is really kind of our first like true waveform battle, and I kind of like the way that it's structured.
Yeah. Should I get rid of
Especially when you
improved
have
mind
cannon
control?
fodder. You haven't even tried to use mind control.
I've only used it twice ever.
Yeah.
2 to 4 mind points is quite a bit.
I know.
Yeah, it can be super useful in the right situation.
Yeah, I don't really want to get rid of it. But I don't know what else to get rid of. I could get rid of elevated shot, I guess. But it's really beneficial since I can fly. I could get rid of toxic strike. Because I have other things that are more beneficial.
And the way that if you read the way that mind control works right now, spending the 4 mind, you spend the 2 to cast it, and if you happen to be controlling it and to win the mind challenge against it, then you can choose to spend the extra 2 and you control it for basically the rest of the battle for 1 minute. Yeah. As long as you don't do anything that causes it to harm itself. Yeah.
Go with mob mentality.
All right. Do you feel your not only did you feel the suffusing light change you earlier as it sort of stayed there, but now you feel that your the toxin that was just sort of part of your biology for so long sort of alters inside of you as you have sort of a keen awareness of taking advantage of opportunities to strike creatures now. All right. So it is your turn. Father Raoul will take his turn first if you guys are not
go for it.
Not opposed to it. So he will go ahead and he first, let me read, make sure. Improved divine healing, 1 action restores. So he can restore 3 hit points to you with 1 action. And then he's going to use 2 spirit points to increase that. So he restores you to full health, Osen.
Nice.
And then let me see how this works. Let me see. More lines. Recovery. Okay. Then he does the same over here. Gets you up to 7 as... Oh, wait. Does that. He moves over here. Gets you up to 3 and then 7 by doing the 1 extra spirit point from himself. All right. So that's what Father Raoul heals the 2 of you. And that's all he can do at the moment. Now it is your turn. What do you guys do?
I'm going to use my 3 remaining spirit points to cast Improved Radiant Beam. Now, it's a 2 space wide. Is that 2 side to side of me? Or is it like I choose these 2? Or these?
Yeah, you can choose whatever direction it goes, but it's like a...
I mean the width, not the direction. It says along a 2 space wide straight path.
So like if it was going this way, for instance, you could make it
those 2 or these 2. Okay.
Yeah. Or even if you did it diagonally, you know. But
yeah, gotcha. So I'm gonna cast it in these 2.
Yeah, you can get those 2 guys for
this way.
Okay. And it's within 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, that could get at least some of the people on the front row there. In the front 2 rows, actually.
It would get 4 of them.
Yeah.
4 plus the 2 that are...
Plus the 2 in front of you. Yep, yep. All right. So let's see read how it works.
Every character along the 2 space wide straight path from you to that point of the target. Blah, blah, blah. Roll a single spirit challenge against all of the targets. To defend with a body skill.
All right.
So
6 would be huge.
Make this real easy. What'd you get? Is it a 6?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna take a picture of it.
I just chose, just for simplicity, to do 1 body roll for all of these guys, and they got a 5. So yes.
Oh.
So
huge.
Takes care of some of them at least.
Very nice. So you get rid of 6 of them with 1 fell swoop. As this light just emanates out of you. Okay. Very nice. And do you want to move at all?
I'm still grappled by...
Oh, that's right. You are grappled. So never mind.
Would you?
You know what? I'm gonna say that because of the way that works, the grapple breaks because that's part of this thing, and it's and that breaks off. It doesn't damage the stag, but that it breaks it.
Then I will
Sort of went
kind
Super
of,
Saiyan and it all
yeah.
fell apart.
I was thinking like a third eye like opened on his forehead.
Ooh, yeah.
It kind of
A
integrates
really
with like
poorly CGI animated
this,
eye.
yeah. It integrates with like the eye like showing me stuff
Yeah.
and my third eye opening to the spiritual nature of Raoul.
Ooh.
I'm going to kind of move to sort of get back into the circle, but also keep eyes on these guys and have a line of sight to this guy.
Very good. Okay. And what do you do, Luminous?
Actually, and I'm also gonna go up. I'm gonna start flying a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna use. So with me getting grappled, what can I do?
So
Like-
you can still do everything except move.
All right. Well, I'm gonna shoot a fire blast at the panther and the stag that's next to me,
All right.
and I got a 5.
Very
And since
nice.
I have improved more martial training, everything should probably get hit.
Yes.
Because I'm sure you wouldn't make it where the panther was a 6 to hit it.
There's nothing that is a 6 to hit.
I would
because
say not. That'd be impossible.
it would be impossible. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to now. Let's see. I am going to do my Feybane attack on the stag that's to the left of me.
Okay.
And I rolled a 3, so I'm probably not hitting it.
Nope. Not in this case. You
That's
take your sword
unfortunate.
and thrust it forward, but it
That's
doesn't
unfortunate.
connect.
I needed a 4, didn't I?
Yeah.
That hurts. That hurts so badly.
All right. And then over here, your ally, Killen, he's going to use 2 spirit points, the last 2 he has right now, to do Totem of Healing. You summon a totem on the ground of an adjacent space. It is small and cannot be moved. It has 2 life points, 3 defense. It disappears after 10 minutes, or if you use 1 action to destroy it. You and your allies within 5 spaces of the totem regain 1 life point at the end of each of your turns, unless you have the dying condition. So he summons, I'll put it like this shape, this color.
Maybe I should have kept my teleportation and teleported closer.
Well, he's going to put this right at Raoul's feet, essentially. I think it says he can do that. Of an adjacent space. Okay, so he has to do it right over here. But let's say this is the...
Just sticks it right under the panther's tail.
This is his totem.
I mean, I'm within 5 spaces, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it says within... Yeah, 5 spaces. So you guys at the end of your turn gain this. And we'll say that he did this at the beginning of it, so... So he did this at the beginning of the turn, we'll just say that. And this took 2 of his actions, but it will help him immediately. And because you're in the aura, you're actually getting the extra point of healing. So you got some good healing synergy stuff going on here.
You have 2 5s on him, by the way, just so you know.
Ah, thanks. Can't have that. All right.
That's his secret HP.
Secret.
He's actually got 10 health. Sorry, not sorry.
Okay.
It's actually
He does
55.
And very good. Okay. Sorry, this says it was small, so I'll make it tinier. Okay. Now, this is the one grappling him. That's one. Okay. So, I think that exhausts everybody's turns for you
Yeah.
guys. So, the deer. Technically, this happens at the end of their turn, but these guys aren't going to do anything to quit the burning right away. So, okay, this deer is going to attack you again. That's the 6 that we're applying. Its rib cage, as it stands up, it's still on its hind legs, opens up, and it draws you in, and you are swallowed, and you are inside. You are inside the belly of the deer.
How big are these things?
It's like its ribcage
Like,
open, so it's not
crushes
like
him
going
up.
through his throat. So you're like crushed inside this space as you take a damage as well. And while you were swallowed, the character cannot perceive anything outside of the swallower. Its attacks within the swallower only succeed on a roll of 6. A successful attack made against the swallower from within the body causes the swallower to spit out the character that is swallowed. Otherwise, a swallowed character can use an action to attempt to free itself with a successful body roll challenge against the swallower. So you can either try to attack it, only succeeding on a 6, or you can do a body roll challenge against it on your turn.
Gotcha.
To try to escape. But you will be taking damage as a result of being swallowed each turn.
Okay.
And right now, with its second action, it is going to go over here, and you're still inside of it. And it's going to... It charges Father Raoul.
Oof.
And does extra damage to him. Actually, that means that he's... That was 5.
Does that put him at like 2?
Technically, he's at 2. Yes. Okay. And then
Oh, this hurts.
let's see what happens to the other grappled character over here. All right. And 1 damage. And then it tries it one more time. It's a 1 and a 4. Okay.
Dang.
All right. Oh, Killen gets swallowed a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, he does.
And sometimes when he's trying to, it doesn't work.
He wants to be swallowed and can't do it. Oh, that's funny.
And then Osint. It's a failure. He's gonna try to recover a little bit over here. He's like, "Oh, I heard that."
I knew it failed.
Get some.
That's really funny.
He like shoots his tendrils out, and I just go boom, and he tries again. And I go boom with my wings, and I just deflect them off.
No
fun. Get some.
Oh.
All right. 1, 2. Hold on. I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Okay. So that's what they do. The creatures over here are gonna run a little bit more forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And technically, I've been forgetting this, but they could just use their dash. So, whoa, I didn't mean to grab everything. I'm not trying to grab you. Hold on. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wow, the circle moved. Everybody came closer to us.
There we go.
Oh, this is a nightmare.
Then the cat. All right. I'm just going to check on one thing real quick for Raoul. Whenever you are targeted by an attack. Okay, good to know. So your next turn.
Don't kill Papa Raoul.
Raoul uses a reaction and 2 spirit points to cast Armor of Faith. Whenever you are targeted by an attack, you may gain the following benefits until the end of your next turn. Your defense becomes 4, unless it's already higher. You cannot gain the Afraid, Cursed, or Poisoned condition. Alright, so he basically, a shield of light causes his, breaks the impact of the cat's claw here. but it makes its second attack,
Oh,
Oof.
oh.
which he can do nothing about in this case.
Does that kill him?
Let me look to see if he has anything.
Does he? Does
So
he
this-
also get the favor?
The shield breaks against the first attack there as his faith protects him. And then the cat swings back with its other claw. And as he tries to keep the shield up, it breaks through it. And Father Raoul has his bowels open and spill out onto the ground.
No. Did he, for that shield, did he have to make a...
That was a reaction and 2 spirit points. But
it wasn't a
but it
roll.
didn't matter because functionally
Yeah.
it just gave him a defense of 4. And he falls to his knees there, and Osen, you're the only one that can see this. And he grabs his belly and looks over towards you. And while there's fear in his eyes for maybe the first time you've ever seen it, and then he has sort of this calm look, and as he looks at you, he points at his heart, and he points at you, and there's this sort of spark of light on his fingertips as you see his halo that hangs around his head shines just a little bit brighter. And then he's swiped one more time where he this goes into the ground and his halo breaks. All right. So that is their turn. And I will, since he's not going to target either one of you guys right now, it is now your turn.
I'll go first since I'm going to attempt to escape
All right.
this deer. I rolled a 5.
Okay. Let me see what it rolls for its body roll. Okay. You burst out of this thing out into the ground. And as you're out in this just...
Does he take
sort
damage
of
from me bursting out?
ichor? No, it doesn't.
That's
This
unfortunate.
ichor on the ground, as you're
Yeah.
separated from it, you look over and you see Raoul dead down on the little cascade below you. And you are prone now.
I'm prone.
You are prone.
Don't
Which
like
you can
that.
just spend an action to get up if you want. The benefit being that the negative part being that they have favor against you if they attack melee.
Yeah.
Which
think-
I believe, let me see how the swallowed condition worked real quick. 1 second. Yeah, so here's the thing. You can use your action to do that, but then you'll be out of actions because you used an action to break out of this
Mhm.
thing. At the end of your turn, you're going to get 1 life point from the totem.
Yeah, I'll just stand up and no longer be prone.
All right.
And then, am I allowed to move at this point?
Yeah, you can move. All right. Osint.
I cry out in anger at this creature that has just ripped the life from Father Raoul. And I use 2 mind points to cast improved mind control
Okay.
on the Panther.
All right.
1 mind control, or 1 mind point left. And he has to,
I think it's a challenge, I believe.
yeah, roll 1 mind challenge against him. Oh, thank goodness! Please don't. 2. Oh my gosh.
All right. Wow, that was close. Okay. If you
I
win
have
against
an-
the target, you fully control it during its next turn.
I
Yeah,
have an
I
idea for
basically
you.
just point at it,
Mhm.
and I use some. I have an inspired light, a very dim inspired light that comes from the end of my finger, just like Father Raoul as he lay dying. And that's how I cast the mind control now.
All right.
Was that both your actions?
It was 2 actions, yes.
Okay.
All right. So
It's
during
like-
its next turn, you're controlling it.
Just like out of when I see this, can I say something to Osint?
Yeah.
Osint, do you think you can make everything disappear?
I have a plan.
Good, because I'm terrified. I don't like this.
I'm
Go ahead.
angry.
That's also true.
Okay. He breaks out.
Yes. Does he also stand up?
And he will. He stands. And comes over here. Sees Raoul. Sighs heavily with pain. Gets his life point back. Okay. It is the creature's turns. We'll do the damage to these things that they take. And if you would like to control the cat first on their turns, you may.
So with my hand still held high, I say, banish these creatures that you have summoned back to where they came from.
It sort of yowls in the air, and these things disappear like the fog comes through and like grabs them, and just they dissipate. And it so it does that.
That's one of his
And
actions, yes.
That is, yeah, I'll say that's one of his actions.
Do I get him to drop the shield or try to get him to do something else?
I mean, I don't know what else you could get him to do besides drop the shield.
I know, I was wondering if you had any other ideas. I was gonna let our allies through
Yeah.
to help.
I mean,
but
can it damage it? Can he damage
it
himself?
cannot damage itself.
I don't know what else you could do.
I can send it away, but it's just gonna come back unless we deal with it now.
I think you just make the barrier go away, and then everybody else can come and try to attempt to help us. Can he bring Father Raoul back? Is that a
Yeah, I
ability?
don't think that's a thing.
I'm just
unfortunately.
asking.
No, I thought
So
about
is-
it.
It's a
is
good
Ra-
question. It's a good
Is
question.
Raoul dead, or is he in a dying condition?
He's dead.
His
No.
guts are spilled
Yeah,
everywhere.
NPCs generally don't get the dying condition.
Luminous, by the way, because I didn't say this earlier, he's just in shock and has no way to emotionally handle the situation, so he's choosing to ignore it at the moment until he can try to
That's
cope
healthy.
later.
So
I don't
then
feel
In
like
a
it
fight,
is.
it is healthy.
In this situation, it is, but in reality, it's not
Good.
great.
So
Never
then
done
I
that
say,
in my life before.
and now banish this fog.
As soon as it's done doing that, it shakes its head, free of your influence. You feel your mind reel back, as it took a lot of effort just to do that. And it says, "How dare!" And a beam of necrotic energy comes from the left here, followed by a beam of arcane energy, as the hand and Sorsinius over here shoot these energies toward this thing as it and you see this big gaping hole in its side where it's still alive and it's up, but it has this huge wound. And it disappears, but instead of a smile, there's a frown that sort of lingers there and then disappears as this thing runs, goes wherever it goes. And Stimmen runs this way. And everyone else comes as well. Whoops. I'll just grab them one by one. He looks around. You see his eyes flash as he gets closer. They do that little sort of purple-pink color as he looks around. He says, "I'll have to rely on just sensing what I can here." He focuses. It's wounded. And it's running exactly in the direction that we were going anyway. I think it's going to the Knock Lair. I think it's going north. And as everyone collects here, you see everyone get closer, and they see that Father Raoul is gone.
Kind of knelt down next to Father Raoul, picking up the pieces of his shattered halo.
Yeah, as you hold them, they're this strange kind of flickering, quasi-real material. It's like completely weightless stuff that feels like thin silver metal, something like this. And it's just, as you're holding it, even you feel that there's less substance every moment, and it just dissipates in your hand.
I clench down on it, symbolically trying to hold on to what's left of Father Raoul.
Otago doesn't say anything. He comes forward and he sighs. As everyone else collects here. And there's just silence. Does anyone want to do anything or say anything here?
Father Raoul has shown me many great things. He saved our lives repeatedly in this last battle. I believe he deserves to be buried properly and in the rites of his own religion.
Be quick with your burial. Do what you have to do. But we've got to get to that panther before it heals.
If you need to go. I will catch up with you.
You've got 1 hour. Otago comes over. I'm conflicted. I know this isn't going to be easy for Carlos. But we have to tell him.
Of course. He will be enraged more than any of us. His rage is already at its limit. We must be very careful what happens with him.
He nods and he grabs the telepathy rod crystal out of his satchel. I'll talk to him. He goes over here to go speak with him.
Would any of these people here know, like, how Father Raoul's rites and rituals would go in burial-wise or funerary-wise?
Sharam comes forward. He says, I think that perhaps I know a little about the lore of the Arcosians and how they do funerals, and I don't claim to know any of it perfectly. But I do believe that many people in Arcosia do bury their dead, though my understanding is that people of a unique philosophy, as Raoul, don't consider the body as significant as the spirit. So whatever is done to honor him, I think, will be appropriate. What do you think would be best?
Normally, I would say we would take his body back somewhere with the rest of the people, but in the state that it's in, plus we have to be somewhere else, I don't think it would be wise to carry something like that. So I kind of carry him over to this little clearing area, and I say, his spirits will pass on as it should. We'll put his body to rest here where he died a hero. And I start digging.
I go over and help as well.
That's this killing. And while everyone else sort of gives you space to do this, Ivy in particular, she sits down here and watches. As you spend a while doing this, you find ways to dig, you move the earth around, find a spot, you put them in the ground. It is a solemn occasion. And you don't have a lot of time to make a lot of speeches or say many things, but if you feel it appropriate, even giving in your final words in to him that you couldn't say, this might be the time to do it.
Luminous just looking down, knowing there's nothing he could ever have done to repay Father Raoul for everything he's done for him, just says, like, thank you, with like tears going down his face.
And Killen likewise says, my people have a lot of respect for people that honor their ancestors and notable beings of great power, and I don't know exactly what Father Raoul believed, but he clearly believed it greatly and was rewarded for it, and what he did with us. The amount of times that he healed us just here alone, and the influence that he's had beyond that, I think he was a very healing presence, and I'm not going to forget him.
Osint kneels down over the grave and just whispers, thank you for seeing the light in me.
All right. And Osint, you still feel a little bit of the effects of some of these changes that were happening. I'm going to give you an option. You feel as if there's something welling inside. If you look under your free features, you have an ancestry feature called Animal Ancestry. So look over it, see what it says.
Mm-hmm.
At your option, you may choose to replace this with Divine Ancestry.
Interesting.
You want to know what's in
Alternative.
Divine Ancestry?
I just found it. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Let's
What do you
it.
currently have? What were you replacing?
Animal
we're gonna-
ancestry.
So in
What
this
did you
case,
What does Animal Ancestry do?
Communicate with others that have it. Favor to determine information about sense and sounds, and then it was allowing me to move after I get hit or miss. But Osense feels that Father Raoul had such an impact on him that he's happy to take on this new ancestry that he's adopting in honor of Raoul.
Welcome to the club.
yeah, you both have Divine Ancestry now.
Mm-hmm.
So something
we can communicate.
biologically inside of you
Does that mean I can?
changes. And most importantly, as you do this, as you sort of invite something inside of you, something that perhaps you didn't realize about yourself, as you take on this immunity to the cursed condition, is that there is a subtle but clear sense of freedom from something that overtakes you in this moment. And perhaps in some ways this thing that you were looking for might find a little more clarity as this change overtakes you.
Osense inhales deeply, as if breathing for the first time in a long time without, like something's been lifted off of him.
All right. So we will end that there for now. Well done.
Good game.
Excellent fight, guys.
I really thought we were about to die.
That was a
Very
trick-
well
It's a
played.
tricky one.
Dude, if it wasn't for your ability to like make everything go away, we were about to take an L.
Dude, I almost got rid of mind control too, which is the funny thing.
I know.
I knew that you were going to need a healer. So I was like, I don't know how a lot of this stuff is going to go, but I know that we're going to need some healing ability. And
I'm so
So-
bummed about Raoul. But like
narratively,
it's
it makes so
great.
much sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like you can literally feel, like, even I, as somebody that's mostly controlling what's happening in the game, like I feel emotional about the fact that that he just died.
Dude, yeah. I started tearing up a little bit.
Yeah.
He had a big impact narratively on a lot
He
of
did,
this stuff.
and he's had a through line in Osen's narrative specifically.
Yeah. That was a tough one for Osen, for sure.
It's interesting to think about, like, what is this going to mean for Carlos?
Not great. Not
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but-
for Osen, he feels very, until that moment at the end, he felt very down about everything because he was a part of destroying something so beautiful, like just
Yeah.
hours before, and then something that was symbolic of hope for him died.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we get all our skill points back?
Not
Or
till
not
you
until
just
rest.
not
yet,
until we rest?
but I'm gonna give you some XP, which I know you're gonna have 2 extra points of XP. So we'll
Take that, guys. I'm ahead of you.
So
Got
let's
'em.
see. You guys can get
230.
well, it is gonna be kind of close. You're gonna get you're gonna get 200 XP. So
Yes, we level up.
Oh, nice.
very good.
So in that we add one thing, and then we can also change something, or is it just change something, or just add
So
something?
let me look at what it says. If I look at the
So I can't
reference
remember what-
sheet at
I
the
don't even
top
know
of
it.
it, it gives us some clues.
I don't know why it's
So
not.
at level 8, you. Oh, okay. That's the old gaming levels.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Oh,
we don't
yeah.
have
that. I was like, what?
Mike,
What is
I was
this?
gonna say
13
5
features. I'm like,
points.
we're OP.
All right. So level 8. You keep your life points as they are. You keep your speed as it is. You will have now
Ooh,
and
10
another
features.
feature. You gain a new feature, and you will have 13 skill points. And you can replace one feature if you want to.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm gonna keep the water beam or not. 3 spirit
can
points is
continue.
so much.
It is. It is.
I guess I'm gonna go to 6 spirit points because I feel like everything I do now has spirit points or
And
mind
you can go
points.
ahead, since you're leveling up. You can go ahead and increase put all your points to max your skill points.
Is that what I should do? I mean, or did I go a mind? I mean, yeah. I think maybe
I'll put a note for killing.
What's up, Roz? Good to see you, man. I hope you caught
just
some
feel
of
like
that.
everything I
That was
do
a
is
really good
almost all
story at the
spirit
end,
points
for
at this
sure.
point.
Yeah, I mean that's a way to do it. It's just it means that like if you're using, say if you put everything in spirit,
It's not intentional. It just kind of has happened that way.
but like and then you had like 1 body point or something, then
I
Yeah.
also did a
for
spirit
one you
point.
now use those for defense, but you also for skills. Gain 1 feature.
Maybe I need to get one of these armors.
Let me make sure that I caught that correctly.
Yeah, I haven't been on in a while, Roz, but I hope you're doing well. You're not in Florida, are you? Did you get any of the effects of the storms? Or North Carolina or anything like that?
All right. I'm going to make that bold and red so he sees it the first thing.
Mm.
That was a good game, man.
Yeah, you guys did a good job. I wanted to make sure you had some cannon fodder, but that you also had like a boss battle.
Yeah.
And
That
this
was
is
a-
a significant one, and he's not dead, but you've injured him, and that's significant.
Yeah. That was good.
And you had a few little clues about things that are happening.
I want to know what those eye things were that were looking at us.
Mm-hmm.
That apparently nobody else noticed.
Yeah, you're the only one that saw him, I think.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you have to tell us about it later.
Yeah.
And Sorsinius is back, so there's that.
Yeah. That sucks.
He ain't dead yet.
One can hope. Yeah, that's too much to go through right now. I'll figure this out later.
Yeah. But I do feel like this was also a good like progress is happening kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
So, all right.
For sure.
I was practicing sometimes like before a game. I'll be in the car in silence, practicing what voices I'm gonna use for a character. And
I mean, you
ended
have
up,
what do you have, like an hour drive home?
yeah,
Like,
so I have a lot of time to do it. And I was like, I can't do like a Joker voice, but I can do something that at least is going with the same kind of vibe as that.
Yeah,
And
I liked it.
All
It
right.
was your own take on the Joker voice.
Yeah. All right, but are we all going to that pumpkin patch tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Sweet.
See you
It's fall.
tomorrow.
All right, see you guys.
Yeah.
Have fun. Going to sleep.
Later.
Send some gifs. GIFs.
Yep. Oh
All
man,
right.
there's gonna be a lot of spoilers in
Yeah.
these.
Yes.
All right.
See you
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Bye.
Later. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've been enjoying the Mistlands RPG with the Flow RPG system by Morgan Boyd. Hopefully we'll be back not next Friday, but the Friday after. And yeah, it's been a good series so far. Good narrative going. And not very many left. Everybody's getting real busy, so we're trying to kind of do like a season finale type thing. But we'll see. Hope you'll have a great night, and I'll see you next